Shalom. All praise and glory be unto Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Ba'ashem Rakak Kodash. That belongs to the elder apostles of great millstone rule well. And have taught us knowledge. Under salutations to you, fellow laborers, doing the work week in and week out. Shalom to you. And shalom to the few Akwaf that believe as well. Real quick, I just found this video. And it was just tickling because this lady was before a judge. And she's one of the Latin tribes. I believe she's Issachar, so-called Mexican, which is the tribe of Issachar. She's a daughter of Issachar. And the judge denied her some benefits that she was trying to abstract from her daughter's father. And it was funny because, she get benefits already for her daughter. And so she was seeking more benefits, and the judge denied her. And it was funny as hell, man, because, I've been saying, just like all you other brothers out there have been saying to you Israelite women, man, that these benefits you're getting, all right, are going to fail. And in the scriptures say that you women out there is going to lament for the teats. And in this video, she was lamenting, all right, meaning crying, So first of all, I want to say fair use too. Pink Book Lessons. I don't know your name. I watch your videos though, but I would say she makes some good videos about these situations. I do know that because they come across my YouTube homepage a lot, and sometimes I look at them, sometimes I don't. This one right here was kind of funny, and as you see the title, it says, "Judge, that money is for your daughter. Get a job or go to jail." And this judge, which is a Southern Kingdom Jake, a woman, like a Judite woman of Judah, she was the judge in this matter, which she's out of order anyway. But in this instance, she put this woman on blast, and I say that because the scriptures say that a woman should not be in authority over a man. All right, but that's another subject for another time. Right now, I'm just gonna get at the subject matter at hand, which the teats. All right, lamenting for the teats. Okay, so fair use, and here you go.
So here's my question, and this was my concern. How are you financially supporting yourself?
I get Social Security for my daughter.
Well, I mean, that's support for her specifically. That's not supposed to be for you using.
It covers.
You see that? See, you women, you Israelite women, you used to getting benefits like that. Anything you get from the government, which this is Esau's government. They get it, and then they want to live off that. Have a baby, raise a child without the father, and think because the government going to take care of them always. This is a mindset, right? They think that the government going to take care of them always, so they have these children out of wedlock, and they just think that they're going to be okay financially because Esau back them. All right, but Esau's system is taking away some of those benefits from you women, man. All right, so the women that the men that you turn your back on, you really need them. All right, first of all, if it weren't for that man that she had a baby with, which is probably more likely the Ishkarite man. In most cases, it's usually a man of their own tribe, but she chose the man to have a baby with, and this modern woman mindset that caused her to leave him more than likely, and look what her consequences are, being denied more benefits. Yeah, and his money is not enough for her to survive, even though she get like 800. I ain't gonna play the whole video. She gets like 800 or something for her daughter, and her rent is only $130. That's fast forward a little bit. Only goes about the 730 mark, if I ain't mistaken. Let's go about here.
Looking for an easier way to get that LLC next to your business name? Say hello to Taylor Brand. You just go to the...
So like these podcasters have a lot of commercials, so it's lucky for that. Check this out. Let me see here.
when you do call centers or try to work from home, I'm trying. I have looked for jobs. I have put Indeed. I put everywhere so I can work from home. What makes you think? And sorry, no disrespect, but what makes you think that I want to live off of $800 and something dollars a month when my car note is covering that and my rent? It is exhausting, and trying to be there mentally and physically.
And see, I want to play that part because he's talking about a car note, you know, and her rent is $130. All right. And, you know, it's like it, man. This is going to come to more of you women, man. All right. This is going to come to a lot of you women that out there are proud and boasting and talking shit against, you know, the men of Israel. It's gonna happen just like this. All right, you're gonna get denied. You're gonna be in tears and tears and tears, and that's gonna be it, man. All right. This is Isaiah 32, and I'm gonna go right to the point. Excuse me. Isaiah 32:9, it says, "Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech," which is you women of Israel. That's the so-called black woman, the so-called Latin woman, and the so-called Native American or indigenous to American woman. All right. This is talking to you because you know you think that you were free from the curses, but the curses affect you too, and you don't want them to because women like comfort. You know, they're made to be seeking comfort because they're not built to go out in this world and gather resources. All right. Men, we're built for that. But the pride that these women have, um, have caused them to turn their backs on the very men that actually cared about them and probably more than likely loved them. You know, men, we love women. You know, I can't speak for all men, but men of Israel, so-called black, so-called Latin, so-called Native American men, we love women. Just like our forefather Jacob, man. All right. He was crazy over Rachel, but he loved Leah as well. But even though Rachel was his first, he fell in love with Rachel as at first sight. I'll say that way, But it's just an indication that how much we love women. All right. Isaac, obviously, he was a man that he didn't have many women, but we know that he had a woman in Rebecca whom he loved. All right, because he met Rebecca and pretty much fell in love with her at first sight, went in the tent, popped her or whatever, and had kids. Bear me one second. Schlocky, I'm back. So yeah, Isaac, he was comforted by Rebecca, and they had children, Esau and Jacob. Go back to Abraham, he had multiple wives. He had he had a wife, he had a bondmaid, which he had a child with, which was Hagar, and he had a child with a free woman, which is his wife, Sarah as well. And then he took on Keturah and had 6 more sons. So our forefathers are known to love women, and the truth is, we don't usually turn our back on the woman. It's usually the woman turning her back on us, and that's the downfall of them. It's a downfall of them thinking they can do it all by themselves and thinking that because the so-called white man Esau Edom going to give them benefits, they're going to survive. And when Esau Edom is taking his benefits away from you women, all right. Verse 10, it says, "Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come, which is the benefits you get, right? All right, as far as all these programs, the programs that are out there for women. Now, this country is geared towards women, all right, in every way. I don't care if it's a domestic dispute. It's always favoring the women, all right. You when they split the family up, what Esau does, he gives the children to the woman because why? That destroys the children as well. So he totally destroyed the family by taking the father out the home, letting the children be with the mother, but she don't really care too much. When they split up, because she's all but hurting her feelings, and her feelings matter more than the children. All right. This is how it goes in this world. A woman's feelings are superior than a child being raised in a two-parent household. The man is left destroyed. The children are destroyed, and of course, a woman is destroyed because she is more than likely promiscuous, and she don't want to be at home and be a good mother of children, and she don't want to be a keeper at home. What the scriptures say, being a keeper at home is a woman's place. All right, let me get that real quick, and I'll come back. That's a woman's place, being a keeper at home. So the New Testament first tip. Excuse me. That's a woman's position. Being at home, and this is Titus. I'll read down a little bit. Titus 2. And I'll start at verse 3. The point is down in verse 5. All right. But this is a lesson for you women, man. You better, especially you women out there that have a man of the Lord that's serving and doing the will of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Let this be a lesson to you, man. All right. Titus 2 and 3. It says, the aged women likewise, that they be in behavior as becometh holiness, not false accusers, not giving too much wine, teachers of good things, which a lot of the older women, as far as the parents that came before, the parents that we have, which would be your grandmothers, it started to break down with them. All right. And you had, the some of our grandmothers, they was, getting loose too. All right. You see grandmas on Instagram and TikTok these days, and that's the reason why I'm saying that. All right, everything's out of order. All right, the Lord told Isaiah that surely your turning of things upside down should be, like the potter's clay, roughly paraphrasing. All right, I believe that's Isaiah 29 chapter. It speaks about that. Okay, it says, verse 4, that they may teach the young women to be sober, to love their husbands, to love their children. And that's what a woman was made to do, to love her husband and her children. Because the word woman, when you go into the etymology of it, it just simply means a female servant. And the woman gets her best joy when she's able to be, um, a great servant unto her husband and children, cooking for them, cleaning for them, making sure that, they're taken care of in that regard, making sure the family is healthy by putting a healthy meal on the table, because women would, mothers was your first, mothers was your, your herbalist, your physician, back in the ancient world, because she was responsible for what you eat, all right, what you ate, and it came usually out of the garden that she was keeping. Okay, so that's something that's a thing of the past, but everything gonna be restored, man, in the kingdom of heaven. So it says that they may teach the young women to be sober, to love their husbands, to love their children, to be discreet, chaste, keepers at home, good, obedient to their own husbands. And it says that the word of the Heavenly Father be not blasphemed. So this is what a woman ought to be. All right, keep her at home. All right, obedient to their husbands. Okay, and when you're obedient to your husband, the root word of obedient is to obey. All right, women look at that as a bad thing, but you're supposed to obey your husband. All right, he is the rule over you. All right, as it is written in Genesis, the 3rd chapter. All right, he shall rule over thee. Let me get that. Bear with me 1 second. I'm gonna go back to Isaiah. This is after the sin in the garden, which was initiated by Eve. Listen to the serpent, right? Genesis 3:15, it says, "And I will put enmity between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed. It shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel. Unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception." A woman, she's in pain when she brings forth children because of, going back to the garden, listening to the serpent. That was the transgression. It says, "In sorrow thou shalt bring forth children." Yeah, you're in pain, and you lamenting when you're having a baby. You're crying, and because those pains are passing in the womb. You know, it says, "And thy desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over thee," because that's how it was set up for a man to rule over the husband. When you go to the book of what's that, First Corinthians? I believe that's First Corinthians 7. Was 11, but um, yeah, First Corinthians 11. It says, First Corinthians 11. I'm gonna start at verse 2. This is Paul speaking to the church of Corinth. It says, "Now I praise you, brethren, that you remember me in all things and keep the ordinances as I delivered them to you." Ordinances go back to what? Order. The root word of ordinance is order. So this is the order that Paul taught the Israelites at the church of Corinth, or that were at Corinth, Greece. Okay. It says, verse 3, "But I will have you know that the head of every man is Yahushai, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Yahushai is the Most High." So the man, all right, is the head of you women. All right, we know it's the Most High. Then you got the Most High's son, Yahushai. You got the man, which is us. All right, then you have the women. All right, you're beneath your man. So you Christians don't know this because you Christians don't read. You Christians don't live by this book. All right, that's why we call you wacky tacky Christians, man. Okay, you don't know how to put a woman in her place. You don't know how to tell a woman her place. And then you gotta hey, put blame on the men too, man. You got a lot of men that out here be simping and acquiescing and kowtowing to women, man. Be a fucking man. Excuse my French, man. All right, be a man. All right, and put your woman in her place, man. The woman represents us, and if your woman is wild, you gotta look among you or sit among your neighbors, your fellow Israelites, and they looking at you upside your head because they're like, man, you got this wild ass beast of a woman, man. You know, you know. Isaiah 32:10, it says, "Many days and years shall you be troubled, ye careless women, for the vengeance shall fail, the gathering shall not come." The government programs are drying up on you women, man. All right, verse 11, "Tremble ye women that are at ease, be troubled ye careless ones, strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins." Yeah, because you're getting ready to see just how cold this world really is, especially when all hell breaks loose. You women that turned your back on the men of the Lord, you really is screwed up out here. Micah said it best. All right. "Then she that is my enemy shall see it. Shame shall cover her that said, Where is the Most High? Where is his power?" It says, "Now shall she be trodden down like the mire of the streets." That's in the book of Micah, the 7th chapter. Okay. It says, verse 12, "They shall lament for the teats, for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vine." Those food stamps, child support, SSI, all these programs that were helping women out. These benefits are drying up. These programs are not being funded no more because these women are just living up off these government funded programs, and all that shit's going out the window, man. See, this is the reason why when all this break down in this society, who do you think women going to desire? A man. Let's go to Isaiah, the 4th chapter. Isaiah 4:1. And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Now this, excuse me, this is going to be the attitude of women, all right, that excuse me, are out here, excuse me. Slacking. These are going to be the women out here that was talking shit. I don't need no man, nonsense, right? When all hell breaks loose, women are going to run to a man. Isaiah the 13th chapter says a man shall be more precious than fine gold. These women are going to die to get beside a man, especially a man of the Lord that's stable, because, Lord willing, I'm one of those men. We've been building ourselves up in the spirit, all right? By what? Seeking Yahweh Bashem Yahushua our power, believing and trusting in them, all right? The Heavenly Father and the Son, all right? We're going to be stable in that time, and they're going to desire a real strong, firm man in that day. It says, and in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. Yeah, because women they're not built to handle, pressure, or they're not built to defend themselves really when it's chaos out here. Every man to himself kind of scenario. Where you got scenes like the Book of Eli out here, or the Purge. Women going to ball up because their nature is to what? To be behind a man that can fight and defend them. You see? But what happens if you don't have a man that day? You're screwed. All right, you're effed up out here. All right, Isaiah 32:1. Behold, a king shall reign in righteousness, and princes shall rule in judgment. And the man, and you know what? Our king is Yahushua, and under Yahushua is going to be King David. Okay? We're the princes, and we're going to rule. All right, the princes of Israel. That's what Israel means. All right, he's a prince of God. He's a prince of power. And we're going to rule in the kingdom of heaven. Okay? And you women are going to be under our rule. All right? That's your order, to be under our rule. Not like it is an Esau society where you don't have no fucking order. You just living in disorder. Okay? You're living unruly, See, in the kingdom of heaven is going to be rule. All right, ushered in by who? The men of Israel under Yahushua. No more unruly women, If you don't know what unruly means, you can look it up on your own time. All right, this is verse 2. It says, and the man shall be as an hiding place from the wind and the covert from the tempest. Yeah, when all hell breaks loose, who's gonna be your protection, your shield, a man, okay? Who's gonna fight for you, a man. But that's if that man chooses to. All right, you got you ladies doing the choosing right now. It's a man's choice when all hell break loose. All you boss babes out there, hey, you know what you can do. As the rivers of water in the dry place, as the shadow of a great rock in the weary land. Yeah, because that's how important a man is going to be for a woman. All right, women have no business out here trying to fight wars, and when you got a survival mode, women are going to cave in because they're not built for that. They survive because of a man. They survive because we protect them. They don't survive on their own. And in this world, they think they can because of the benefits and programs they get that's set up by Esau, Edom, as a destruction tool, all right, or a destructive tool to destroy the family structure that's within our communities. And that's failing them right now. Which is a good thing, all right? That's a good thing. Because it's going to cause women to realize that you are not special and that you need a man. And it's going to show you how important a man really is. Okay, so with that, Lord willing, this video have been edifying. Until next time, I want to say shalom to all the Akim and the Akwaf out there. They are in order. You know, I gotta say that you women or you sisters in order, obeying your husbands and being submissive and obedient to your husbands. Kudos to you. Lord willing, you be saved right along with your man if he's part of the elect. All right. So shalom. Until next time.